So many people are feeling the impact of inflation and high interest rates, and some homeowners are now looking in to get ahead by tapping into their home's equity. Joining me this morning is 9 News real estate expert Lyon. He is also a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Lane, good morning.
Jordan, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
All right, well, so I never heard about this before. Homeowners pulling out equity for these loans.
Well, we have seen equity grow over the last few years as home values have really shot up. And the number is pretty staggering, Jordan, actually. It's estimated that homeowners across the U.S. are sitting on $30 trillion of home equity. Now, that averages out to about $200,000 per homeowner. And for many people, this is future nest egg. This is retirement material, right? But for others, it's an opportunity to get ahead financially by tapping into some equity. I actually have a realtor friend who told me last night that she has a client who did a cash out refinance on his home.
Okay.
He wanted to pay off his credit cards. So his interest rate is now much higher than what he had originally, but it's still far lower than the 18 to 20% he was paying. And a lot of people are paying on credit cards, and it's saving him about $1,100 a month by doing that.
Now, are most people in a good position where they can do something like this?
We are seeing it right now just because we saw those big value gains. And there's a few different things that you can do and different ways that you can capitalize on your equity. I brought some examples for you. There are home equity lines of credit. There are home equity loans that you can utilize. And here are some of the ways, Jordan, that people are doing that. Home improvement. Sound familiar?
Oh my gosh, does it ever sound familiar? Unplanned home improvements.
So this is a way that you can actually add value to your home by using some of your home's equity. You know, not everybody has to forced into the situation, like people that sometimes incur issues like you're dealing with. You can also pay off debt like we were talking about. With a home equity loan, this is a fixed loan that you can consolidate and have a monthly payment. You can also buy an investment property, for example. Use a home equity line of credit to fund the down payment. Start a business, perhaps. There are some downsides to be aware of. I want to caution you should do your homework for sure. There are lender fees. Interest rates can be higher. Also be mindful not to over-borrow from yourself because home values can fluctuate. That will impact your equity. And the other piece I think is the most important is that your home is the collateral on these loans.
Right.
So if, heaven forbid, you stop paying or default, foreclosure would be a remedy, and nobody wants to think about that.
You really want to weigh through all the options to make sure that you can actually do this. Who would you go about talking to if this is something you're interested in? Asking for a friend over here.
Well, there you go. Well, certainly there are a lot of great lenders out there, mortgage brokers. Really get some second opinions. Talk to your realtor. We work with lenders all of the time, and we have people that we trust, so that might be a good way to do it. But I have to tell you, Jordan, before I go, we are starting to get some good optimism about this market.
I was going to ask. Okay, you know, like I get really annoying this time of year asking about the interest rates for next year. How's that shaping up?
Well, I have to tell you, and I wanted to make sure we touched on this because I think there is some good cautious optimism going into 2024. Okay. We are starting to see the interest rates come down, as you mentioned, and we are now starting to hear from economists who are projecting that we could see the federal funds rate being cut a series of times or for several times next year, which will take. I'm also talking to a lot of realtors as a managing broker who are doing their business plans for next year. And time again, I'm hearing about listings that are lining up in the spring, buyers who are ready to come off the sidelines as soon as the holidays are over. To me, it's an indicator that we're going to see a different market and one with a little bit more activity as soon as the holidays are over. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, Santa Claus bringing the happy news this morning. Lane,
we'll take it.
We appreciate it.
Jordan,
Thank you, my friend.